Volodymyr Zelensky says the message is simple. If the war is in Europe, peace must be shaped in Europe. Referring to the Switzerland trilateral, he acknowledges partners from the Middle East and beyond, but insists geography and stakes matter. The question he raises: why look elsewhere when the battlefield is here?
I think it's good that we held a trilateral meeting in Switzerland. We respect and value partners from the Middle East and other countries. But, in my opinion, if the war is happening in Europe, then we have to find a place in Europe. There were two groups, the military group and the political group. We are closer to completing the negotiations on the military track than on the political track. Why? Because the military in the trilateral format talked about how to develop a mission to monitor the ceasefire when it is established, when the political direction opens up these opportunities.
He then breaks down the negotiations. Two tracks, military and political. According to Zelensky, the military track is moving faster. Discussions have already covered how a ceasefire will be monitored, timelines, and technical capabilities. The United States is expected to play the leading role, while Europe's participation is still under discussion. A draft mechanism is nearly ready. But without political agreement, does it mean anything? Zelensky flags a sensitive development. Talks of a possible new arrangement between NATO and Russia. His concern is direct. Ukraine's potential place in NATO must not be decided without Ukraine. He warns that decisions could be made behind Kyiv's back. And if surprises come, Ukraine will respond.
I know that the Americans, and perhaps some Europeans, are discussing a new document with Russia, between NATO and Russia. When they have such a document, they will be able to discuss everything. But it is important for me that they discuss our potential place in NATO with us. Not only with the Russians, with us, because it concerns us. Although they can do it without us. Maybe we don't know something. In any case, we will react to surprises if they come.
Turning sharper, Zelensky dismisses historical arguments pushed by Moscow. Targeting Vladimir Putin, he calls such narratives a stalling tactic. For him, the focus must shift, away from history towards ending the war.
I don't need all this historical shit to end this war and move on to diplomacy, because it's just a stalling tactic. I've read as many history books as Putin, and I've learned a lot. I know more about his country than he knows about Ukraine, simply because I've been to many cities in Russia, and I've known many people there. He's never been to Ukraine so many times. He's only been to big cities. I've been to small cities.
He goes further, framing it personally. Zelensky claims he understands Russia deeply, its cities, its people, its mindset, arguing Putin does not understand Ukraine the same way. It's not just strategy, it's perception shaping the conflict.
From north to south, everywhere. I know their mentality. That's why I don't want to waste time on all this stuff. That's their business. They decided to have this system. The Russians decided to change themselves. The Russians decided they needed a new Tsar. That's their choice.
And then the stark line, Russia, he says, chose a new Tsar, a system, a path, a direction. But for Ukraine, this is about survival. His bottom line, no distractions, no delays, only one goal remains: to end the war quickly. The lingering question, who ultimately decides how it ends?